Hi, I'm Darcy-Ann, and I'm going to talk about the meaning of odd and even numbers today. My book, Darcy-Ann's Tarot Handbook, I write about tarot cards, but I also write about the regular playing cards, so if any of you like to buy just the playing cards and wrap them up in a cloth that, this could be a scarf or a handkerchief, or you can put them in a drawer that's like your favorite sweater or shirt, and leave them there for a few days. Then take them out, shuffle them all up, put them back in that drawer, and wait like an hour or so, and then it's time for you to do your reading. I'm talking about the odd and even numbers because that has a meaning behind it. As you may already know, I'm a numerologist and I also studied astrology, and the numbers are worldwide, okay? And I'm going to show you a chart. You'll be seeing the chart on the YouTube, and what the meanings are. Now, the 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are odd numbers, and that's sort of like the yang. If anyone knows the yin and yang, the yang is like the sun, okay? So it's very strong. It's sort of out there in the open. There's no secrecy there. The yin numbers are the even numbers, and that's 2, 4, 6, and 8. And those numbers are the yin, which means it's more like the moon. There's secrecy. It's not very flashy. It's very soft spoken. So if you have those numbers in your birthday, that means something. You can count how many even numbers and how many odd numbers you have in your birthday, because that shows the vibration you're under, either soft and you influence people, or you could be strong. The odd numbers, you could be strong and right out there, and you sort of want to take things over. Now, the one strength, because what I'm writing about is everything has a balance. You have your strengths and your weaknesses, and the strengths are just as important as your weaknesses. And why I say that is to find the middle ground. So if you're having number 1, you can inspire others, but your weakness can be you're very aggressive. So it's finding that middle all the time. Being centered helps you fulfill what your life is about. The number 3 is growth, but you can be overactive. Okay, so a child that has 3s, and I happen to know my husband has 3 3s in his birthday numbers, and he can be very active, but his negative part is he's overactive, and it can be at the wrong times, saying things that he shouldn't be saying and that type of thing. The number 7, I happen to like the number 7. I don't have a 7 in my numbers, but the number 7 means it's a movement number in a very spiritual way, and it's also an unrest number. So feeling upset about things very easily. And I've mentioned this before when I've talked about number 7s. 7s need to rest, and they need to be alone. They need their own space. So anytime you have a 7 in your name, or your birthday, or happens to be July 12th, this is a time for people to rest, because that's number 7 is about. The number 9 is prosperity, okay? And it's also a humane number. And the opposite of prosperity is greed. So you can have all this sharing and caring, and then you could be into the greed factor. So where is that? You have to find the balance for that. And number 11 is a master number, and that's why I have that down here. Master number, very optimistic. I happen to be a number 11 for my name, so I'm an optimistic type of person, but you have to be careful that you're not a Pollyanna and just see things that aren't there, like the rose-colored glasses on. And the opposite of optimistic, well, guess what? That's pessimism. So that I can be a worrywart type of person. Now we'll talk about the even numbers. The number 2, the person is very curious, and the weakness side is sullen, so this sort of like, poor me type of thing. The number 4 is well-informed. People that have 4s, and we're talking about the cards also. You see these 4s, that's what this means. Very well-informed. So when you see 4, oh, I'm well-informed. Where are those cards pointing? What does it mean? What was my question about? But it also could be sneaky, okay, well-informed and sneaky. Person with a 4 sometimes wants to be right all the time, so they end up doing things that are not 100% above board. Number 6, they can concentrate on things very, very well. If they have an idea about something, they can concentrate on that very well, and they can think outside the box. They do things in an oddball way, but they get the job done. And they can live in their head a little bit and get very perplexed about things and confused. So not only they're confusing others, but they can end up confusing themselves. Number 8, people that have an 8 is usually very serious. They can worry about things. It's how things look too. They're very receptive about things. They absorb things. And then they sort of stick it down. The number 8 people, and when you see the 8s in your cards, that means you need to speak out. You know, what is really bothering you? Don't let an incident control you. And the other side of it, they're gullible. They can believe just about everything under the sun. So here again, we've got to look for that balance. And master number 22, that's an even number also. That person is a very good listener, all right? But they can also listen so much and then just turn you off, just shut it off, and then they can be indifferent. So here again, that number 22, they would have to look for balance. Now, with the cards, you only go up to 21, but with the tarot, but I wanted to bring that to the attention so people that have a 22 in their birthday, they would have an understanding about themselves. Well, that's our lesson for today, and thank you for watching. I'd like to bring out to your attention that on my website, it's www.dorisbridgehouse.com, and weekly and monthly you'll see tip of the day, tip of the month, and I also write about different things with numerology, or it could even be the tarot cards. It will be changing quite often, so it'll be a fun thing for you to check out on and off. Well, thank you for watching.